Greetings, Gardeneers. My name is Jason Downey. I am coming to you from Japan, and today I am very excited because this might be the very first episode in a long-term collaborative video project with my college-age creative role model, Mike Eaton. Mike and I both went to University of Pittsburgh's Greensburg campus from an area in Pennsylvania so nice, they burged it twice. We both graduated with degrees in English writing, and I can tell you, having heard Mike read his material at a writing conference on at least one occasion, he, unlike me, earned his degree. That was a rhyme. Made a poem. Maybe I deserve that degree after all. Now, we're not sure exactly what we're going to be doing for this project in the long term, but in the beginning, we are going to video record Facebook memes because, Anyways, let's get started. The Facebook meme in question reads thus. I was tagged to use my status to list 10 books that have in some way stayed with me after reading. Please update your own status with 10 books that have stayed with you. Don't think about it too hard or too long. The books do not have to be, quote, the right books or, quote, classics. They should just be books that have affected or stayed with you. Then tag me and friends so that they can do the same. What a great way to add to your reading list. So let's go. A lot of the books on this list are not currently with me in Japan, so I'm going to use fancy 21st century computer graphics to show you the books right there. You see it. The first book on my list is a modern French novel called Life, a User's Manual by a guy named Georges Perec. No, I don't think that is how his name is pronounced. I'm sorry, France. The entire 99-chapter novel takes place inside a single apartment building and concerns the lives of current and former tenants as much as it concerns the layout of each individual room. It is themed around the idea of lists and puzzles, the latter of which I'm no good at, so I probably missed quite a few hidden gems, but it was still fun when it wasn't tedious. The second book on my list is Dubliners by James Joyce. It's on my list because I encountered the book 3 times in 3 different college classes. The first time I was bored with the book, the second time I was angry at having to read it again, and the third time I fell head over heels in love with it. The third book on my list is right here, Dragon Ball by Akira Toriyama, in Japanese. This is the very first book that I started and finished reading in Japanese, even though it took me like a year. That was insane. The fourth book on my list is this one. It's also a Japanese book. It's called Mademoiselle Mozart. This is good writing. This is just a good book. It's about Mozart, if Mozart were a girl. It's by a writer named Fukuyama Yoji. I don't think it's translated into English, but if it is, check it out. It's good. The fifth book on my list is The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera, a book that turned out to be much more tolerable than the unbearably hot light being shined on me right now. You can see its reflection in the door. I'm trying to do professional filmmaking things, but I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm sweating. The sixth book on my list is Kafka on the Shore by Japanese writer Haruki Murakami. It was a fantasy novel that sort of broke all the rules of fantasy novels, at least to me, and so that's why it has stayed with me ever since. Book number 7 is the Pulitzer Prize winning Guns, Germs, and Steel by Jared Diamond. It was the most interesting history book that I'd ever read up to that point, and it sort of gave me a new way of thinking about world history and anthropology and stuff. Books number 8 and 9 on my list are Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut and Bottolino by Umberto Eco. Both of these books, like Life, a User's Manual and Kafka on the Shore, showed me new things about writing and dealing with a theme that I hadn't thought about before, and they've stuck in my memory ever since. And the last book on my list was one that I audiobooked. It's called Genghis Khan and the Making of the Modern World. It was fascinating because I had no idea about any of the history concerned with Genghis Khan or the making of the modern world, and so I feel like I learned more in that book than I had in many, many other history books, except for Guns, Germs, and Steel. And so I like it, and I recommend it to you, as well as all of the other books if you haven't read them. Everyone, thank you for watching. If you're interested in playing along with this Facebook meme, we have pasted the text of it down in the doobly-doo, so please let us know your 10 books that have stayed with you somehow after reading them, but don't think too long or too hard about it. And Mike, I am especially and very much looking forward to your video response sometime soon.